What's up, guys? How are we doing? I'm back. I got a good video today. I want to talk about the World Supercross and their format. It's completely different than anything we've ever used in the United States. So we'll get into that. But hey, guys, if you want to get into shape, hit up CompleteRacingSolutions.com. That's CompleteRacingSolutions.com. That's Coach Rob Beams. We all know the mad scientist. He's bringing you knowledge to maximize your training efforts. He helps vet riders balance their family, job, cross-training, racing, and riding. He helps you dial it all in. Young riders commonly overtrain, they get sick, they get burned out. He uses a scientific method to make sure this doesn't happen. So anyway, guys, let's get into this thing.
I'm in the empire business.
Everybody love everybody!
You all know exactly who I am.
All right, guys, this World Supercross format is like our regular format on steroids or on HGH, which right now, that's what I'm on, courtesy of Steel City Men's Clinic. Guys, they'll help you with everything. Right now, they're helping me with HGH to recover from knee replacement surgery. And this stuff's amazing. I don't know who said it wasn't an advantage to take this stuff, but I can go work out and come back and I recover so much faster. It's crazy. My knee's feeling better. My whole body's feeling better. So I understand why they ban it in some sports, but it's absolutely, if you're not doing a sport where it's illegal, it's amazing. It makes your life a lot better. Testosterone replacement, anyone who suffers from erectile dysfunction, and let's not forget, guys, people of my age in the 40s and 50s, we grew up with bicycle seats that didn't have that slit in the middle. So a lot of you guys won't admit that the little sailor doesn't work quite as good as he used to, and they can get you some stuff to fix that. So anyway, guys, don't be ashamed. Hit up the Steel City Men's Clinic, and they will dial you in for everything you need to live better. All right, guys, this World Supercross format is awesome. So they do a timed qualifying. First, they go out, just like regular, they throw out, an open session for timed qualifying. That's your starting for your heats. The top 5 in each heat qualify to the main event. I think there's an LCQ where they get one rider, but it wasn't listed in the official format, so we'll have to wait. But I'm sure there's an LCQ where they take one rider. Then the top guys from the heat races go to Super Pole. Super Pole is one lap, and this determines your starting for all 3 main events. You can't do a bad Super Pole. If you go down in Super Pole, it's super important that you don't. You need a good time because this is your starting spot for all 3 main events. You don't want 10th starting spot in all 3 main events. That would be brutal. So they have 10 or 11 rider main events. And for the 250s, they go 6 laps, and then a 10 lap. And I really like that the third one's 10 laps because the third one is always the tiebreaker. So you got to add a little extra. It can't just be the same. And if you're thinking 6 laps, well, that's not very long. No, it's not. But the difference is they don't go back to the pits, reset, dial in. They go 6 laps, they flag them off, they get enough time to grab a quick sip of water and ride right back to the starting line. It's about the difference between, it's like I'm a big UFC guy, and they go into between rounds. It's 1 minute. It's about like a round difference. They just rack them up or NASCAR, like a competitive caution. Rack them up, and go 6 more laps. Rack them up, go 10 laps. And it's, by that third one, these guys are exhausted. It's like running sprints. It's brutal. It's a different type of energy, but wait till you guys see it. You're gonna love this format. It's exciting. And then in the 450 class, they go 8, 8, and 12. And then they just, like I said, it's just enough time. If you've got a major issue, you're still out. You can't go back, and you don't have enough time to go change a motor. It's essentially one race with 3 rounds. Like I say, MMA rounds. I can't wait to see Ken Roczen in this format. Ken Roczen is the fastest starter, and we've always said if there were just short races, he would dominate everything. And this format might be just catered to him, just long enough to go get a quick breather. But I will say endurance does come into play in that third main event. If you think that 1 minute's enough to recover, it's really not. It's a good format that I really like. Speaking of Ken Roczen, I had to laugh at WMX Sports and Racer X owner Davey Coombs and what he wrote in his column this week. So let me just lay this out for you guys. Davey Coombs owns MX Sports, who promotes the Outdoor Nationals. He also owns Racer X, which is the largest media outlet in the sport in the United States. But he has a history of cover-ups or lies, whatever you want to call it. He's very good at spinning the truth. So Honda comes out and says they're not supporting Ken Roczen and they won't give him the 2023 contract because he's competing in a series that is competitive with the United States series. That's what Honda said. That's what Roczen said. Those are the two guys who are involved. Davey Coombs, who posted, on his website, the Honda press release where it says this, after it comes out and says they don't want him doing it, likely because of his ongoing health issues that have plagued him following his awful arm injuries a few years back. Are you serious? Davey, just click over to your other link, read Honda's actual statement, and we all know you're lying. You can't even help yourself. He's such a, I don't want to say compulsive liar is a bit strong, but a compulsive spinster. Like, he can't even, literally, when everyone involved in it is telling the truth, he still spins it. He can't stop himself. So this is the guy running your series. This is the guy telling you everything's fair. This is the guy telling you there's no money. So you can make your own decision. Just look at that statement from Honda and that statement from him. Let me just read it again. He said likely, this is referring to why Ken Roczen and Honda doesn't want him racing those two races, likely because of his ongoing health issues that have plagued him following his awful arm injuries from a few years back. Let me read you Honda's. Honda, it's true that the offer included a stipulation that Ken not compete in a series that has positioned itself as a direct competitor to our Supercross and Motocross racing partners. We feel it's important to support our racing partners and to treat all of our riders the same. Really? So this is posted. Davey's site posted this Honda, then he said that afterward. Does he really think we're that dumb? It's crazy, guys. It's insane. The collusion is disgusting, but it shows to the great lengths that they'll go to keep their stranglehold on the American market. So anyway, guys, if you want to make your garage look ridiculously badass and be the envy of the neighborhood, hit up Epic Garage Designs. They do flooring, cupboards, slat wall. They can make your garage look like a factory, the rooms they have where all the factory bikes and factory mechanics work. Make your own garage look like that. They can absolutely do that. Hey, and on the bright side, guys, we are seeing a resurgence in women's motocross. And the Vurb Classic has stepped up. Women's legend, Jessica Patterson, and her husband, Eddie Ray, have put together a pro purse that starts at $15,000. It will be as high as $30,000. They're donating a YZ250F, which you can go, and I'll put the link in here. Let's see, it's Race Ready is the link where you're going to go ahead and find it, where you can donate, and you'll get raffle tickets towards this free bike. Anyone who donates will get raffle tickets, but it also goes to a great cause. This will be the largest pro purse of a women's race that I can ever remember, and it's something that this sport needs. Support these women. And the Saturday on the Vurb Moto or the Vurb Classic is going to be dedicated to women's pro racing, and they're going to take center stage and race for the big bucks. I reached out to my friend Sophia Phelps. Sophie, if you guys remember, I did an interview with her. She's a two-time and reigning national champion. She wants to race. She is recovering from a rib injury that's pretty nasty. I don't know if she'll be able to race, but I was told she'll be there either way to support this because this is exactly what the women need. They need this to build, and let's get these girls a series. They're competitive, and it's awesome. It's exactly what they need. So look at the link below. It's Race Ready, and you can donate and be a part of supporting the women. The bike you win is not a Brian Deegan Star replica, but I think it's pretty badass that Yamaha has stepped up. Yamaha, as bad as they looked in that Deegan thing, let's not forget, they do some really cool shit for the sport. And this is one of those things that, hey, things happen. Yamaha's a good company that helps, you know, do a lot of really good things for the sport. And this is huge. This is gigantic. So support these women. Go donate. Let's bring this purse all the way up to 30,000 and let these girls race for some real money. So thanks, guys. And don't forget, subscribe, like. I appreciate everything, guys. The channel's kicking ass. It's growing. And I know 90% of my viewers aren't subscribed. I know. Don't be scared, guys. It's not like I'm going to post who subscribes or who doesn't subscribe. I don't even know where you find that information. I just know that it gives you a number of how many subscribed. So I think you're anonymous unless you have chose to, on your YouTube, if you choose to show people what you subscribe to, then it will show it. But if it doesn't, then I don't think you can do it anonymously, guys, so you don't have to. That way you don't have to search my videos. They'll just pop up. So anyway, guys, have a good day. Later.